Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we expose the secrets hidden within corporate filings, and today we've got a real gem that hints at a company trying to boost its firepower without making too much noise about it. We are diving into a recent filing from Bunker Hill Mining Corp. Now, this isn't your typical quarterly update brimming with profit and loss statements. Instead, it is a more subtle signal, a move behind the scenes that could have significant implications down the line for investors, and really anyone keeping an eye on the mining sector. Stick around to find out what Bunker Hill Mining is really up to. Also, before we get too deep, if you enjoy these kinds of deep dives into corporate documents, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And hey, we've got a growing Discord community where we break down these reports even further. So check out the link in the description below. So the key date here is the 11th of December, 2025. This is when the earliest reported event in this filing actually happened. It tells us the company made a significant decision around this time. We're focusing on Bunker Hill Mining Corp, a company that operates in the mining industry. It is incorporated in Nevada, which is a common state for companies to set up shop. Now, the core of this report is about changes to the company's foundational documents, essentially how the company is structured and authorized to operate. It's not about a sudden change in their day-to-day business, but more about equipping themselves for future possibilities. What Bunker Hill Mining did was increase the total number of shares of their common stock that they are allowed to issue. Think of it like this: they had permission to create up to 2.5 billion shares, and now they have permission to create up to 3.5 billion shares. That's an extra billion shares they can now potentially issue. The par value, which is the nominal value assigned to each share, is incredibly small, just a tiny fraction of a cent. This usually means the company is focused on the sheer number of shares rather than their individual nominal worth. This wasn't just a decision made by a few people in a back room. The board of directors gave it the thumbs up, and then importantly, nearly 54% of the voting shareholders agreed to it through a written consent. This means a majority of the voting power supported this move, which is crucial for making such a change. It shows a level of shareholder buy. So, on the 11th of December 2025, they made this official. They filed the necessary paperwork with the state of Nevada to enact this increase in authorized shares. This is the legal step that officially allows them to have more shares available. The actual document that details this change, the certificate of amendment, is included as an exhibit for people to review if they want to see the precise legal language. This next item just reinforces the fact that the shareholder approval we just talked about is a key part of why this filing or this event is being reported. It's about something being officially put to a vote or approved by the security holders, which in this case it was. Regulation FD, or fair disclosure, means that when a company releases important information, they have to make sure it is available to everyone, not just select people. This section deals with that. Following up on the internal decision and legal filing on the 12th of December, 2025, the day after the official filing, Bunker Hill Mining put out a news release. This release talked about this share increase and likely other things as well. It is their way of telling everyone what they've done. The news release itself is also included as an exhibit, so you can read exactly what they communicated to the public. It's important to note that information furnished under Regulation FD, like this news release, is usually not considered filed in the same way as the main body of the report. This means it carries less legal weight in terms of liability under certain sections of securities law. Essentially, they are sharing information but with a caveat about its legal standing. This section is where they list all the additional documents attached to this report or exhibits. It's like the table of contents for the supporting paperwork. Here is the certificate of amendment, the official document that shows the increase in authorized shares. And here is that press release they issued on the 12th of December. This last exhibit is a technical one, an interactive data file that helps make the filing more machine readable for financial analysis. Finally, the signature section. This is where Sam Ash, who holds the title of President and CEO, signed off on the report, legally confirming its accuracy on behalf of Bunker Hill Mining Corp. The signing date for this report was the 12th of December 2025. So what does this all mean? Bunker Hill Mining Corp has significantly increased the number of shares they have the legal right to issue. Why would a company do this? There are a few common reasons. They might be preparing for a future acquisition where they plan to use their stock to buy another company. They could be planning to raise more capital by selling more shares, perhaps to fund new projects or to pay down debt. Or they might simply want more flexibility for future stock-based compensation for employees or directors. The fact that they got strong shareholder approval is a good sign. It means the current owners of the company are comfortable with this expansion of the share pool. However, as an investor, you always have to be a little cautious. More shares can mean potential dilution, where the value of existing shares could be spread thinner if the new shares are issued without a proportional increase in the company's actual value or assets. This is especially important in the mining sector, where projects can be capital intensive and outcomes uncertain. This move by Bunker Hill Mining is a strategic one, and its ultimate impact will depend on how they decide to use these newly available shares in the future. Will they use these extra shares to fuel growth and create shareholder value, or will it lead to dilution without a corresponding increase in profitability? That is the million-dollar question, or perhaps in this case, the billion-share question. That wraps up our look at Bunker Hill Mining Corp's recent filing. What is your take on this share increase and what it might mean for the company's future? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this analysis helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate finance. We also have that Discord community linked in the description, so join the conversation there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.